Gopinath, I request you to please read out the speech objectives.
Thank you very much, T. Moody and Wake Up Chennai. Good morning. Thank you very much for the opportunity given for me as an evaluator being a guest. Today morning's Toastmaster Soundarya is trying her aesthetics. It's a project 3 on level 3 on effective coaching. And there are 2 options on this project, and she has opted for the second option. The purpose of this project is for the member to work with a group to practice reaching consensus. The member is supposed to discuss her experience leading a non-Toastmasters group towards a consensus. Timer, please note the time is from 5 to 7 minutes. And Soundarya, all the very best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopinath. Please welcome Toastmaster Soundarya. Toastmaster Soundarya, Synergia. Synergia, Toastmaster Soundarya.
How many of you have been part of a project team in their colleges? Raise your hands. Okay. How many of you can say that everyone in the team did the same amount of work? That is the experience that most of us have, right? If there are 4 people, one person is nowhere to be seen. You don't even know whether he's alive or dead. Then one person is physically there, but he's mentally in another universe. One person is there only to create problems. And the last person, very annoyed and irritated the whole time, does something just enough that it will be considered as a project by college. As soon as the presentation is over, nobody cares of the project anymore. Nobody cares about the team anymore. To be honest, most teams in workplaces are also perfect examples of a bad team. In fact, you will find even more different types of personalities in professional life. So as VPPR of the immediate last term, when I took up the responsibility to release the first newsletter of our club since inception, I was scared. Despite the experience proving that teamwork is a myth, I decided my first action would be to form a team and then figure it out, somehow determined to implement all the learnings that I had about in leadership that I had in Toastmasters. By the second week of December, by calling out for volunteers from all members, the newsletter team of 4 people was formed. The VPPR of the next term, the VPPR elect, Toastmaster Yasin, Toastmaster Sandramulai, bringing in a lot of experience in writing articles and working with magazine editorial teams in her workplace, and the very enthusiastic and very talented Toastmaster Priyadarshini, and of course, me. The release was planned on 6th January. So it was less than 1 month, and that was the first challenge. There was another bigger challenge. I was not going to be available for the release. I had to leave for a 10-day meditation camp. So essentially, personally at least, there was more or less 15 days for the whole task. We had our Kickstarter meeting on 12th December 2020. 3 major decisions. Number 1, come up with the name. It seems like a small thing, but the name is the only thing on the cover that should ideally attract the readers to actually open it and read. Number 2, the contents of the newsletter. What are we going to print in it? Number 3, the delegation of responsibilities. Who will do what? We were going to come up with name suggestions and all 4 would vote on it. Dawn was the first suggestion and it was an immediate click. Dawn, Sunrise, We Are Wake Up Chennai, a morning club, and Dawn So Unique. But it turns out Dawn is actually the name of the biggest and oldest newspaper in Pakistan. So we didn't want to be anything called an anti-national or anything. But fortunately, Sun Theses, the much better choice, was finalized. The responsibilities were distributed based on the expertise and the comfort of each of us. As VPPRs, Toastmaster Yasin and I would be the designers. Toastmaster Priyadarshini preparing the quiz and the crossword puzzles and following up with members for testimonials. Toastmaster Sandramulai would be the editor of the newsletter, proofreading and working on the placement of the content. Other works like collection and encouraging members to submit their articles, updating to the ExCom would be done by me. I am not exaggerating, but that was the only meeting we had. The depth and clarity of the discussions that we had at that meeting was so profound that there was no need for another one. Not a single decision with regards to the newsletter was taken by a single person. All decisions were unanimous by all four of us. We ensured we reached consensus as a team than just work as an individual. And it was the smoothest project I've ever been part of. The district trio released the newsletter in our 100th milestone meeting amongst all our members and many esteemed Toastmasters and guests. I wasn't there, but then I had immense trust in my team, and no one could have been more satisfied than me. And I think that as a team, we made justice. What made this team so good? Google in 2012 had the same question. What makes a team the best? Google named this project the Aristotle Project. It spent millions of dollars on measuring nearly every aspect of its employees' life, from which traits the best managers share to how often a particular people, like who have lunch together, how often they have lunch together, and all of that. The tech giant was determined to find out how to compile the perfect team and finding the perfect mix of individuals necessary to form the star team. It took several years and included interviews with hundreds of employees. They analyzed data about the people on more than 100 active teams at the company. Quoting a manager in Google's People Analytics division, he said, "We looked at 180 teams from all over the company. We had lots of data, but there was nothing showing that a mix of a specific type of or skills or backgrounds made any difference. The who part of the team, of the equation, didn't seem to matter." The answer was simple. The best teams are mindful that all members should contribute to the conversation equally and respect each other's emotions. It was less to do with who's in the team and more with how the members interact with each other. I was like, why Google? Why spend so much time and energy? You could have just come and look at the newsletter team of Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters Club. We were able to achieve our goals because of the one thing more than anything else, and that was synergia or synergy. Synergy is the only thing and the one thing that makes a team the best team. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts to the newsletter team. And thank you so much for listening to me. And over to you, Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soundarya. That was an interesting speech.